Office of Research Capacity Development of Nelson Mandela University has entrusted me to build and empower qualitative research capacity. The qualitative research paradigm remains a mystery to many, and with only the theoretical help of textbooks, it's not easy to master. I condensed the essence of the theory in a manual which the students get to keep after the course. It is an interactive workbook designed to keep interaction within the group of students and their peers. The program I've been presenting is rooted in learning by doing. We go from critical observation skills to conducting in-depth interviews, facilitating focus groups, to coding and interpreting results. We do and we discover. That makes for very interactive learning. In Through University Spirit, in each training group, a variety of disciplines is represented. From construction engineering to pharmacy, agriculture, forestry, languages, business, tourism, health sciences, accountants, anthropologists, psychologists, sociologists, and philosophers, the participants present and discuss their projects together. Nelson Mandela University attracts postgrads from all over the country and from all over the continent, so each training group also has its own mix of nationalities and cultures. All this diversity creates a wonderful transdisciplinary opportunity, and this is especially helpful in the qualitative paradigm because it revolves around creative and imaginative thinking. Everyone benefits from developing a fresh perspective on their own research project and its potential. The qualitative paradigm acknowledges the subjectivity of the researcher. Personal motivation and drive are part of the quest. Every postgrad has a reason for having chosen their specific topic, and they all have a lot to say about their research journey. So highlighting one's personal link to one's research forms part of the qualitative methodology. When the researchers explain to each other their subjective positions and expectations for their research, they often reveal something about their dreams for their careers. Some of these unforgettable moments of expressing one's ideals are captured here, impromptu and spontaneously in the moment. These are moments to witness academic leadership being born.
My name is Flora, and how I got here is coming from a family of where there are no academics, and I'm the first one in my family to come to university. So what drove me is how things turned out when my dad passed away. Okay. It was a thing of bettering my family, but once I came here for my first year and then second year and then third year, and then I got my diploma, I realized that there's more to it than just providing for your family. Like, I realized that I can use it to develop myself. So I stayed for my BTech and I got a sponsor, and then I passed, and then my master's. I believe that doing my master's will give me an advantage in this male-dominant industry, which is forestry. But I don't want to end up in the private sector. I want to climb the ladder and work with the government, be somewhere up there, maybe MEC one day.
I believe, or how I got here, is that I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. And I think that as human beings, we don't need just have the moral obligation, but also we have the power to change and transform our society into something better, something more harmonious between humans and nature.
And I quite like the idea of qualitative research, telling the stories of people. Yeah, getting that voice that's hidden in the crowd and putting it out there, and yeah, just making a difference in the end of the day.
Before I went to university, a lot of my family members actually said that I will never make it in university. And I think that played a big role in terms of who I am today. Because every year I've succeeded in university, I actually got closer to my end goal of getting a diploma at first. And once I got my diploma, I actually saw that I actually can achieve a lot more. So I went on to my BTech, and for some reason it just got a lot easier, and now I'm doing my PhD. So basically it's for me a way of showing that I can actually achieve a lot if I just put my mind to it. It's at the end I'm the person that's going to get me to where I need to be. Nobody's going to help me. I can get somebody to point me out in the right direction, but in the end of the day I still have to put the effort in to actually get to that what I want to be.
Now currently, with all of the expertise and all the experience that I've had, and very much fellow support from people that I've met through university, all part of my passion, meeting new people, discovering new things. Research just called out to me. It's always been interesting. I've always wanted to know why, and yeah, that's meeting new people. So all these things have played a role as to where I'm going, and hopefully one day in the future I'd be able to help in terms of consulting within my industry, with outside my industry. I've always liked to be that supportive role.
I am currently doing my PhD in agriculture and also lecturing in plant production. How I got here was that I prayed about it, literally. I was like, God, what do I do with my life? And I know I love people, I love teaching, but I wanted to develop a skill where I'd be useful wherever I end up. So I decided the whole thing with agriculture, let me learn how to use my hands so that there's always a need for food, and where I end up and addressing that need for food, that food security, I felt that was very close to my heart, and that's how you can connect with people. Sometimes we want to come and address the intellectuals, but we don't address the physical needs, so I needed to start there